Tonight's story is so explosive, so chaotic, and so dangerously messy that the entire internet is holding its breath. Because according to swirling leaks, frantic fan theories, and a storm of unverified whispers tearing through social media like wildfire, Toni Braxton has allegedly issued a private warning to her own sister Tamar, after a scandal so shocking that fans are still arguing over whether it's even real. It all began when a mysterious set of private photos and cryptic messages surfaced online, photos claimed by anonymous insiders to have been sent to Birdman at a time when absolutely no one expected Tamar to be in his orbit at all. Whether the images were innocent, misinterpreted, or completely fabricated by trolls, nobody can agree. But one thing is undeniable: the moment they leaked, the internet exploded into flames. Within hours, hashtags were trending. Fan pages were at war. Blind items started dropping left and right. And behind the scenes, sources say Toni Braxton herself stepped in, furious, blindsided, and determined to shut down whatever was happening before it spiraled into a full-blown family catastrophe. Was Tamar crossing lines? Was someone setting her up? Was Birdman dragged into a sister showdown he never asked for? No one knows the truth yet. But what we do know is this: the Braxton family has never been this close to erupting, and the next leak could destroy everything. The first spark that ignited this entire wildfire didn't even come from the Braxton family. It came from a late-night, anonymous tip posted to a celebrity gossip forum that already had a reputation for causing chaos. One user, hiding behind a throwaway account, claimed they had seen private photos, allegedly sent from Tamar to Birdman. No context. No confirmation. Just one bomb dropped at midnight with 7 words that shook the room: Toni Braxton is about to snap. Nobody believed it at first. Trolls lied all the time. Fans made up stories every day. But then, not even 15 minutes later, a blurry screenshot appeared. A cropped image of a woman's face, hair styled like Tamar's, makeup glammed, looking straight into the camera. Nothing explicit. Nothing incriminating. But it was enough for the internet to start stitching together conspiracies like architects of chaos. Within an hour, dozens of fan accounts were comparing angles, lighting, timestamps. One claimed the photo was taken in Tamar's dressing room. Another swore the background matched Birdman's Miami condo from an old Instagram live. None of it was verified. All of it went viral. And as the theory spread, something else happened. Someone leaked a voice note. It was muffled, grainy, and untraceable, but the speaker sounded panicked, whispering that Toni had found out and was livid. Nobody could confirm if the voice was real. Nobody knew who recorded it. But that didn't stop it from detonating across social media like a grenade. Suddenly, fans were jumping from speculation to certainty. They decided Tamar was crossing a line. They decided Birdman had responded. They decided Toni had confronted her. None of this was proven, but the internet wasn't interested in proof. It was interested in drama. And drama arrived fast. The next morning, Toni Braxton posted a cryptic message on her story: some boundaries should never be crossed, even by family. No names. No details. But the timing was ruthless. Fans screenshot it instantly, flooding comment sections with fire. Within minutes, Tamar fired back with her own message: people love creating storms they can't handle. Again, no names. Again, no confirmation. But when Toni unfollowed Tamar less than an hour later, that was it. The internet screamed. Family tension became public war. Celebrity blogs began circling like vultures, dropping phrases like insider sources, private exchanges, and heated interactions behind closed doors. One outlet claimed Toni confronted Tamar at a recent family taping, slamming her phone down on the table and demanding to know why certain photos were circulating. Another claimed Tamar burst into tears, insisting she was being framed, that someone was out to destroy her, that she wasn't chasing Birdman or disrespecting her sister. Every story contradicted the last. But contradictions didn't matter. People weren't searching for truth, they were searching for the next twist. Then came the surveillance footage leak. A grainy, shaky clip recorded backstage at a concert surfaced online. The video showed Birdman talking to Tamar in a hallway. They weren't touching. They weren't alone. Nothing inappropriate happened. But the angle, the whispers, the dramatic zoom added by whoever uploaded it, everything made the moment look like a secret meeting. The caption under the post: "So this is why Toni's mad." Fans lost their minds. Some defended Tamar, saying she always talks with collaborators, that she was simply being friendly. Others claimed her body language looked too familiar, though nobody could explain what that meant. A conspiracy account even slowed the footage to 0.25x speed, narrating it like a crime documentary. Production insiders quietly leaked that Toni saw the video in real time and walked off set during filming. No official statement was released, but audiences noticed she disappeared from 3 full episodes of the show they were taping. A coincidence? Maybe. But coincidence meant nothing to the internet. Meanwhile, Birdman posted a video of himself in the studio, completely unaware, or pretending to be, of the chaos erupting around his name. His caption: "People talk too much." 3 words that poured gasoline on an already raging fire. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know if Tamar had really sent those photos. Were they innocent selfies? Was someone editing them to stir drama? How did the images reach Birdman in the first place? And why did Toni seem to be spiraling offline, when she was usually the quiet one? Then another leak hit. A screenshot purporting to be a message from Toni to a trusted friend, saying, "She better stop before she ruins everything." Fans dissected every pixel, trying to prove whether it was real or fake. Some claimed the font was inconsistent. Others argued it matched Toni's past texts exactly. No one could verify anything, but verification was irrelevant. The narrative was too addictive. And just when people thought the situation couldn't get any more explosive, a new twist emerged. A supposed insider claimed that Tamar was planning to clear her name, with a live stream detailing what really happened with Birdman. That announcement alone sent Twitter into meltdown mode. Some begged her not to go live. Others begged her to spill everything. Hashtags erupted across timelines. Entire YouTube channels prepared emergency live streams. Everyone waited. Everyone refreshed. Everyone held their breath. But Tamar never went live. Instead, she posted a single message: "Some stories ain't mine to tell." And within seconds, that message was interpreted in every possible direction. Did she mean Toni should speak first? Did she mean Birdman? Did she mean someone else entirely? Was she hinting that she was covering for someone? Protecting someone? Exposing someone? The silence that followed was louder than any confession. Then a final leak dropped at 3:12 a.m., uploaded by an unknown account that disappeared minutes later. It was an audio clip, 2 voices arguing. One sounded like Toni. The other like Tamar. The quality was terrible, the words partially drowned in static, but the moment that stood out clearly was Toni's voice saying, "I warned you." The clip cut off right there. Nobody knew if it was real or manipulated, but it didn't matter. It spread everywhere. Fans replayed it, slowed it down, enhanced it, analyzed the pitch. Some swore it was Toni. Some insisted it was AI generated. Some claimed it was an old argument from years ago resurfacing at the perfect and most chaotic moment. Meanwhile, the Braxton sisters were falling apart under the pressure. Towanda went on live trying to calm fans, telling them not to believe everything they saw online. But the calm didn't last. Her tone shifted midway through the stream, and she ended abruptly after a cryptic, "Some people just don't learn. Family or not." Those 7 words reopened every wound the family ever had. Fans began dragging up old interviews, old episodes, old arguments. Every time the sisters fought, every shade thrown, every uncomfortable moment, they reposted it all, stitching together a narrative that Tamar had a pattern of crossing boundaries. Then a behind-the-scenes whistleblower came forward to a gossip blogger, claiming that Toni and Tamar had a massive altercation at a recent family taping. According to the anonymous source, Toni confronted Tamar privately, demanding to know whether she was involved with sending any photos or messages to Birdman, innocent or not. The insider claimed Tamar burst into a full meltdown, insisting she was being framed and telling Toni she was tired of being blamed for every problem in the family. Allegedly, things escalated to shouting, tears, and producers stepping in before the cameras even started rolling. No footage of the confrontation leaked, but the story became a legend online within hours. Some fans believed every word. Others swore production was pushing a narrative for ratings. But the whispers wouldn't die. While the public was losing its mind, Birdman finally broke his silence. Not with words, just a cryptic post. A black screen with the caption, "Don't play with me." The internet erupted. Thousands of comments piled in asking who he was addressing. Some assumed it was aimed at Tamar. Others swore it was aimed at the blogs. Some even speculated he was warning whoever leaked the images in the first place. Regardless of intention, the timing was brutal. And then it got worse. A new leak emerged, this time allegedly from an internal group chat involving the Braxton sisters. The screenshot showed Toni's name saying, "She crossed a line no sister should ever cross." Fans gasped. Producers denied involvement. Tamar's supporters claimed the entire screenshot was faked. But the text spread across social media like gasoline on fresh flames. Inside sources then suggested that Tamar had been calling the family non-stop, begging to meet face-to-face to clear her name. But Toni reportedly refused. Instead, she demanded to know who was leaking the photos and messages. If Tamar didn't send them, someone else did, and that someone wanted the sisters destroyed. This theory gained traction quickly. Fan forums exploded with speculation about a mysterious third party stirring up drama. Some pointed to a disgruntled ex-employee. Others blamed production sabotage to boost their upcoming season. A few conspiracists insisted Birdman's team was manipulating everything to distract from unrelated legal drama. Nobody had proof, but the theories made everything messier. Then came the audio leak that changed everything again. A recorded phone call allegedly between 2 insiders discussing the scandal hit the internet. The audio quality was terrible, voices distorted and nearly unrecognizable, but one sentence stood out clearly. Toni said if Tamar doesn't back off, she's going public. Back off from what? That was the question fans replayed thousands of times. Some interpreted it as Tamar intruding on Toni's marriage. Others believed it referred to Tamar trying to control the narrative online. A few insisted it meant Tamar was getting too close to Birdman's business affairs. Every theory grew louder than the last. And just when people thought they'd seen the peak of the madness, another shockwave hit. A video surfaced of Toni walking out of a restaurant with her sunglasses on, refusing to answer questions from paparazzi. One photographer shouted, "Are the rumors about Tamar true?" Toni stopped in her tracks. Her jaw tightened. She adjusted her glasses. She didn't confirm anything. She didn't deny anything either. She simply said, "Some things hurt deeper than the public will ever know," before getting into her car and speeding off. The moment that clip hit the internet, it became the biggest conversation piece of the year. Fans froze the frame, analyzing Toni's expression. Was it heartbreak? Disappointment? Rage? Some swore she looked betrayed. Others swore she looked exhausted. But everyone agreed on one thing: Toni Braxton had never spoken that sharply about a sister before. That's when the rumor mill shifted into overdrive. Suddenly, alleged insiders claimed that the family was preparing for a private sit-down intervention. Others said Tamar had gone completely silent in group chats. A few claimed Birdman contacted Toni directly to explain everything, though the content of that alleged conversation was unknown and likely exaggerated. But then, in the middle of the chaos, something unexpected happened. Tamar posted a clip from the studio. She was singing passionately, eyes closed, wearing headphones, captioned, "Let the truth sing for itself." Fans interpreted the message in all directions. Some believed she was recording a response. Others thought she was reclaiming her peace. But a few noticed something chilling. In the background of the studio video, a phone screen lit up with a mysterious message preview before disappearing. The text read, "Don't let her flip it." Fans zoomed in. Enhanced. Reposted. But the sender's name wasn't visible. And that one message asked a question that changed the entire scandal's direction. Who was warning Tamar? And what were they afraid Toni was about to reveal? The message on the phone screen, "Don't let her flip it," became the new epicenter of the scandal within minutes. Fans tore the clip apart, zooming into pixels that blurred into nothingness, trying to identify the sender. Some insisted the name started with AB, others swore they saw AT, and a handful claimed the message was staged for attention. But regardless of its authenticity, the phrase became the internet's newest obsession. Who was her? Toni? A producer? Someone outside the family entirely? And what exactly was being flipped? Speculation turned vicious. Conspiracy threads multiplied by the hour. One claimed Tamar had been collecting her own receipts to defend herself. Another insisted Toni was preparing to release a tell-all interview. And some fans swore an unnamed Braxton sister had been feeding blogs for months, hoping to remain anonymous while stirring the pot. Just when the conversation seemed ready to settle, Tamar shocked everyone by dropping a 30-second teaser clip. No music. No context. Just her sitting in dim lighting, saying, "If they want the truth, I'll give it to them." All of it. She didn't mention names. She didn't mention Birdman. She didn't even mention Toni. But the tone was unmistakable. Something was coming. The internet exploded, assuming a full exposé was about to drop. Rumors spiraled so fast that within an hour, multiple blogs claimed they had exclusive sources, saying the Braxton family was scrambling behind the scenes. Allegedly, some begged Tamar not to release anything, while others urged Toni to get ahead of the narrative. Every outlet contradicted the next. It was impossible to know what was true, but the chaos was undeniable. Meanwhile, Toni stayed silent. That silence only intensified the frenzy. Every hour she didn't speak gave the rumor mill fresh fuel. Fans began posting old clips of Toni looking disappointed in Tamar, stitching together a storyline decades in the making. One viral compilation titled, "Signs We Missed," garnered millions of views in less than 12 hours, painting the sisters' dynamic as a slow-motion implosion waiting to happen. But then something happened that nobody expected. A mysterious clip leaked, not a photo, not a text, not a voice note. A video. Grainy, shaky, clearly filmed secretly, capturing a tense moment backstage at a recent event. Tamar and Birdman stood near a curtain, talking quietly. Nothing inappropriate happened. They weren't touching. They weren't alone. As theories spiraled, an unexpected voice jumped into the mix, an iconic singer who had worked with the Braxtons in the past. She tweeted, "Family is sacred. Some boundaries ain't meant to be played with." She didn't name anyone, but the timing felt intentional. That single tweet was reposted thousands of times, interpreted as a cryptic endorsement of Toni. Within hours, another crack appeared. Footage leaked of Toni leaving a studio, visibly emotional. Paparazzi asked if the rumors were true. She didn't answer. She simply shook her head, wiped her eyes, and said, "This should have never happened." Those 6 words circulated across social media like gospel, fueling speculation that the feud was deeper than fans imagined. But the real explosion happened next. A new insider leak claimed there was a secret family meeting scheduled at an undisclosed location, no cameras, no producers, no entourage, just the Braxton sisters and a mediator. The source claimed Toni demanded Tamar explain every photo, every message, every interaction, even though none of it had been verified as real. Another claimed Tamar refused to attend unless Toni apologized first. And yet another story insisted Birdman himself had offered to join the meeting to clear the air. But the meeting never happened. Instead, the fallout intensified when a different set of screenshots surfaced. These alleged messages, again unverified, depicted someone warning Toni that certain people are trying to break your home. Fans went rabid trying to match the writing style to Tamar, though others argued it matched a producer's tone. Some insisted it was AI generated. Others believed it was planted intentionally. Then Toni finally broke her silence again. She posted a single video, dark background, no makeup, eyes heavy with exhaustion. She didn't mention Tamar. She didn't mention Birdman. She didn't name any event or photo or leak. She simply said, "I'm protecting my peace. If I stay quiet, it's for a reason." The internet froze. Was that a truce? A warning? A surrender? Fans were divided. Some believed Toni was done fighting. Others insisted she was preparing the calm before a bigger storm. And they were right. Because the next leak wasn't a photo or video or text. It was something far more dangerous. An email. An alleged email chain between 2 anonymous individuals discussing the plan to expose everything tonight. The email referenced Phase 1, Phase 2, and something ominously labeled the final drop. Social media erupted into hysteria. What was the final drop? What did they still have? Who was behind the leaks? And why did it feel like something massive was about to explode? Then, just before midnight, every major gossip page posted the same teaser, Toni's final warning, the clip that changes everything. No one knew what it was. No one knew who had it. But the caption beneath it sent chills through the internet. She told her sister once. She won't say it again. The world held its breath. And then the screen went dark. Before you click away, listen closely, because what happens next in this story is bigger than a rumor, bigger than a leak, bigger than anything the Braxton family has faced in years. We are standing at the edge of a moment that could shift everything. The final clip, the one every blog is whispering about, the one every insider claims exists, hasn't dropped yet. And when it does, it won't just break the internet. It's going to redraw alliances, expose hidden motives, and reveal which sister has been telling the truth all along. You cannot afford to miss that moment. Because when the final warning hits the public, when Toni's voice comes through unfiltered and Tamar's reaction ripples across social media, the entire narrative is going to shift in seconds. And the people who saw it first are the ones who will understand the real story, while everyone else is still scrambling to catch up. So right now, before this saga takes its next turn, hit that like button. Drop your theories in the comments. Whose side are you on, and what do you think the final drop actually is? And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the time. Turn on your notifications so you don't just hear about the next twist, you witness it in real time. Because trust me, the next leak isn't going to be soft, subtle, or predictable. It's going to be the moment that forces everyone to choose a side. And you need to be here when it hits.